The Tweed River. Located close to the Queensland-New South Wales border is New South Wales's northernmost river. In 2001, a sand bypassing system was introduced by the New South Wales and Queensland governments in an effort to establish and maintain a safe, navigable entrance to the Tweed River. The project also has restored and maintains the natural sand drift to the beaches north of the river entrance, therefore contributing to the preservation of our coastal lifestyle. The sand bypassing operates with two methods of sand collection. There's a purpose-built 450-metre jetty on the south side of the river, with 10 submerged jet pumps that intercept the northward directed natural flow of sand before it reaches the river entrance. These pumps collect the sand, screen it for debris, and then relocate the sand to the north side of the river via a pipeline network. Most of the sand is delivered to a nearby outlet just south of Snapper Rocks. Occasionally, once or twice per year, sand is delivered to Duranbar Beach to mitigate erosion. If required, the system can also deliver sand to Rainbow Bay, Greenmount, and Kirra. Once delivered, the sand is transported by waves and currents to nourish the southern Gold Coast beaches. Whilst the jetty does a fantastic job at collecting most of the sand, regular dredging with a dredge vessel is required to collect sand that was not intercepted. The dredge vessel removes sand across the Tweed River entrance area and delivers it to approved nearby offshore locations. One of the two objectives of sand bypassing is to keep the river entrance navigable to allow commercial and recreational vessels to travel through with safety and ease. Having a clear passageway ensures the area remains socially and economically viable.
Well, the Tweed Sand Bypassing project is very, very important for both commercial and recreational users. Without the assistance and the work that the community does, our Tweed Bar would be virtually not navigable. If it's not navigable, you can't go out to sea, which means I lose business, my operation won't work. But with the work that the community has done for the TSB, it has prevented the likelihood of a serious injury, and that has been prevented by this work with the dredges, making the bar navigable and safe.
The other objective is to supply sand to southern Gold Coast beaches, thus maintaining the recreational amenity and mitigating coastal erosion by nourishing surrounding beaches. This means locals and tourists get to enjoy our beautiful, healthy beaches.
On the Queensland side, for 30 years, there was a deficient supply of sand because it was being trapped out on the Tweed Bar. We had massive erosion problems. Like there wasn't a grain of sand on the beach at Snapper Rocks, Rainbow Bay, Greenmount or Kirra. If it stayed as it was, the sand would still just reaccumulate back out on the Tweed Bar. So the bypass is that it gets pumped under the river to various outlets.
Maintaining coastal sand drift to these areas helps to protect the built environment from coastal impacts. It is through this supply of sand that the southern Gold Coast can enjoy hosting some of the world's best surfing competitions and beachside events.
I always think the equation is surf plus sand equals success. When there was massive erosion, there was a lot of foreclosures of business because who's going to come to surf or holiday when there's no beach? Surfing events are really important here because we have some of the most famous point breaks on the planet Earth right here, but they need sand. The sand makes the surf.
Although Tweed Sand Bypassing does its best to replicate the natural flow of sand and keep the river entrance navigable, large swells and stormy weather can still cause undesirable outcomes to the coastal environment. Tweed Sand Bypassing undertakes frequent monitoring activities to better understand how the system is working within the natural environment, to prepare for future potentially damaging events, and inform ongoing bypass operations. What's really great about the Tweed Sand Bypassing Initiative is the importance placed on community involvement. The Advisory Committee regularly engages with local stakeholders at community meetings and the project team to ensure everyone is informed and can remain confident in the project's operations.
With the social media, the website that's been developed to try to educate people just on how it works. The Advisory Committee just takes feedback from the community. We take it to the meeting and provide the community feedback on what's happening at their beach or what's an area of concern, what's a potential solution to a future problem.
With an average of 500,000 cubic metres, or 200 Olympic swimming pools of sand being collected and relocated each year, the Tweed Sand Bypassing continues to build on its learnings from the past and support the very essence of the Tweed and southern Gold Coast lifestyle that is sandy beaches and a safe and navigable river entrance.